Hi, welcome to Beauty Bites Unfiltered. My name is Michal Gabriel. I am the owner of Beauty and Brow in Penrith, and I am a beauty strategist. I am going to talk to you about some myths that we have in the industry. So some of the myths that we have are, especially I want to talk about men today. Yeah. So clients and something is, they want to fix something with their partner's eyebrows or skin. They always ask, do you do facials? Do you do men's facial? Do you do men's eyebrows? Or do I have men that walking into the salon and they'll say, do you do men's facial? Like for themselves. And I always, or if I talk about products, my skin, they would say my skin is very sensitive. I actually have a few clients that the skin is very sensitive. They work outdoor. And is there products for men? Are there any products there for my skin for men? And I normally answer, I know it's a little bit cheeky, but I would answer to all of them. Does your partner have skin? I know it's funny, but I think as soon as I say that, it's like the penny drops, right? Does your partner have messy eyebrows, or if a man walks in and do men have facials? I'm like, do you have skin? So it's just like, as soon as I say that, it's always a thing that they answer. And look, the thing is, because I know now there's much more awareness, which I love. It's so good. If you have skin, you need to treat it minimum, So with men, what I do, if it's just like what I do with women, any gender, anyone that comes to our salon and only begin with treating their skin or only starting with the eyebrows, it's always like a gentle, because you need to have a gentle approach, because the skin, you can't just put everything on the skin, so it depends on the skin condition. That's what we treat. We treat the skin condition. The reason why I'm writing a note is because it doesn't matter if it's what gender it is, skin conditions have I would say level of what to treat first. So I do want to address that. But yeah, the myth is men's doing facials. Yes, men's doing facials. Men's have skin and we're treating the same. We got the gentle approach. We personally in our salon, we use products that are like what we call cell communicators products. So the products that we use are communicating with the skin, if it makes sense. It's not, they're not products that they're not active. They do have active ingredients, but they're not harsh. That's what I want to say. They're not harsh. They're working with the skin. So meaning the cells would start using and working with those products, and you'll have a better results. That's pretty much what I like. The products, any products that I'm using and choosing to work in the salon would be in with this formula. So I will talk about the skincare. And talking about the skincare, I would say men do have different skin structure in terms of thickness, and they've got the whiskers or the beards and things like that, yes. But the structure is the same, the principle is the same. Men's skin does have different characteristics, but it is the same principle. Skin is skin. So the skin is the same. As for the eyebrows, I will actually, with the skin, I'll go back to the men's skin. We have a particular client that has really bad sensitivity and a bit of eczema and psoriasis and stuff on the skin. And just by coming and having the facials and using cleanser and moisturizer, the right cleanser and moisturizer. He used to use, I don't remember, but it's a brand from the supermarket, and it made his skin worse. Oh my goodness, that was really bad. So it took us a few weeks to recover it, and we used obviously gentle products, and it helped him, and he just loves it. He loves, he loves because he sees the results and the skin's not irritating and so that is good. In terms of the eyebrows, I do want to talk about the eyebrows, because I had a man the other day that come to do their eyebrows with us. I think once men come to do eyebrows with us, they know the difference between doing it with us and doing it with different salon therapists. I guess what he said, it was like, of course, that's exactly what we do. So he said that he loves getting his eyebrows done, and when he does get his eyebrows done, people commenting how he looks good and he looks fresh, but they not necessarily point for the eyebrows. And I'm like, oh, this is exactly what we want. We don't like when you get a reaction that someone says, oh, you got your eyebrows done. That is so obvious that I don't know if it's a compliment, okay? But when someone says, oh, you did something different, you look good today, this is a compliment. That means that whatever you did, if it's your hair, your makeup, your eyebrows, whatever it is, it's just blend really well with everything. So anyway, when he said it, I said, yeah, that's exactly what we do. And he said, look, I do have friends that get their eyebrows done. And I said to him, okay, so they get it. I asked him, try to remember their eyebrows, are they really defined, and a little bit feminine? He said to me, yes, definitely yes. But they love it, he said. And then I suggested, I said, I think they love it because it's clean, but I don't think they love it because how it looks. It's just that they don't know what they don't know. And the men that come into us continue to come into us all the time because they know they tried somewhere else and they make them so defined. I'm telling you though, therapists sometimes get confused with men's brows and women's eyebrows. There's a difference between a defined eyebrows. Oh yes, I was talking about the therapist. So when the therapists are doing men's eyebrows, they think, oh my goodness, they're so thick, I can do whatever I want. Especially therapists who have not much experience and they only have like a couple of brow techniques that they know, they would do the same eyebrows on men. Because we are doing eyebrows with whoever the person is and the bone structure and the personality, that's why I think it's matching. That's what I think men loves it. Anyway, when the therapists are doing it really defined, they think like, oh my God, I can do whatever I want. And men don't know anything different. They haven't experienced anything different. So they think, yeah, my eyebrows look really nice and fresh, nice and clean. And I'm like, dude, men's eyebrows, unless they really love the defined one, after they know what they need to know, if they know how to do it differently. Actually, I do have a client that comes from the city to get his eyebrows done. That's how important it is. He went elsewhere, and I think I've got a video of him actually talking about it. But anyway, he's like, no, I'm not stuffing up my eyebrows. sometimes doing something simple, or it's not simple, it's like when I know I'm going over time. I like to keep my episodes less than 10 minutes, but I will talk about it because it's like when I train therapists, right? And they would say, but I only took 2 hair from this client. She doesn't have much hair and it only took 10 minutes. And I'm like, that's the thing, you know? It's the same as the men's eyebrows. It's not about the 2 hair and how long it took you. It's knowing that you need to take only the 2 hair. Knowing that you need to do men's brows differently. That's the skill that you have, right? There's a story about, I don't know if I'm recalling it really, all of it, but you know what, it would give you the idea. There was a plane that needed to be fixed. They called engineers everywhere. Everyone tried, all the technicians trying to fix the airplane, couldn't do it, nothing. They called the experts. The expert came in and he literally took a hammer and in 2 seconds he went bang and he said, thank you, 50,000, thank you very much. That was his bill. And the guy said to him, what? That was just a bang and you did it in less than a minute. And the guy say, do you know how many years it took me to know that I only need a bang? So that's the same with the eyebrows. We need to know what to remove, right? And what's not, obviously what's not. So that's why when I train the therapist and they say, do I charge the same? I'm like, yes, you charge the same because you paid for all these trainings to know what to take and what not to take. And that's what the expertise came from, you know. Anyway, so that's I started from myth and I got to that, but I hope that gave you an idea of what I mean when we have the same skin, we have the same, I don't know, we don't have the same eyebrows, but it's the same problem that we're solving. We're solving the same thing. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please, I'd love to hear if you've got any other, even if it's something really small that you think that it's not, that it's minor. Let's solve it. Let's talk about it and solve it and see what we come up with. Thanks for listening.